Hey, what's up?
No, that's those other people. Hi. So, we are talking about like the meanest man ever.
Carl Panzram.
And so I thought I'd bring a little bit of joy with the Care Bears.
Yep. Welcome to our filth-riddled page.
So much
here, guys.
Oh,
there's comments.
Wow. Holy crap.
What's going on?
Hey, Mikey. Time to do the voodoo. You remind me of the man. Hey, Calvin.
Hey, Calvin.
Hey, Star.
By
the way, congratulations on continuing with the SAS.
Yay.
I can't wait to see the rest of you guys in
Clowns.
it. Nightmare Clowns, guys. When the SAS is going on, definitely go vote for them. Lico the Clown, Disaster, and Sykes.
Yep.
McGruff beyond some other shit.
Oh, man.
I am offended.
I am offended.
Oh, crap. It says a caught on Hexus. We are not a caught on Hexus.
No, we haven't changed it. Freaktastic today.
So, yes.
There we go. There you go.
Yay!
Yep. All right.
Am I allowed to put good luck bear?
I don't know.
Whatever. I paid for this.
We're just going to be called names. No, I'm just kidding.
So let's get started. Tonight we are talking about.
Did I put it? I did.
This,
or did
I
you
did
put
this.
It? You did.
This asshat right here.
Carl Panzram. He was absolutely one of the meanest, if not the meanest person in the world. No joke.
So check out this quote.
So
this is from a letter to activists of the Society for the Abolishment of Capital Punishment in Leavenworth, Kansas, 1930. The only thanks you and your kind will ever get from me for your efforts on my behalf is that I wish you all had one neck and that I had my hands on it.
Yeah.
Mind you, these people were literally fighting so he wouldn't get killed with capital punishment.
He died at age 39. He, mind you, okay, I'm going to say this. I'll get this out of the way real fast. I'm going to be quoting probably the last podcast on the left a lot because I have listened to this episode so much. Or 3 episodes. It's 3 episodes. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've never covered him before at all. And I was like, it's about time. It's about time.
So, guys.
But
I have a few things that I have to do really fast.
Okay.
Trigger warnings, explicit content.
Yep.
Under the fair use, another author may make limited use of the original author's work without asking permission. Pursuant to 17 U.S. Code 107, certain uses of copyrighted material for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, including multiple copies for classroom use, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright. Also, this video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion is advised.
Or if you don't like filth or something. If you don't like murder podcast filth or something. So
all this filth.
Yes, all this filth.
The filth is everywhere.
We might even be talking about how Carl Panzram might have been a narcissist. I don't know. I think he had borderline personality disorder, though.
He could have been a sociopath.
Well, I mean, borderline personality disorder is basically sociopathy.
Sort
of. Was created. He definitely was created, and he was definitely a product of his environment and time. Because at that time in America, he was born in 1890 or 1891 or something like that. At that time, this was during Reconstruction, right after the Native American Wars and all that stuff. It was extremely violent. Extremely violent in America.
I was going to say, though, according to a certain psychic, everybody's a sociopath and narcissist.
Oh. Did he see that coming?
Did he see that coming?
Knock,
knock.
God, we're dicks.
Knock, knock. Who's there? I'm just
Orange.
gonna leave now. You should have seen that coming.
You should have seen it coming.
Anyway. Squeak,
You owe me another acorn.
Wait. I will translate this. Squeak, squeakin', squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeak. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure.
That's you owe me another acorn. In squirrel. Thank you.
Yeah, but how do you say it in Steve the Cat? Or Stephen P. Meows, as I like to call him.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
My brother Randy Jones was really killed by the monster Brandon's samples and found on May 2nd, 2019. It's pretty hard to Google it. I will Google it.
We will.
But we won't do a show without your permission.
Yeah. It's
and we are going to be talking to Dizzy live, by the way.
We actually need to finally set that up. We went to go we went to go talk to him, and then I think he had the heart issues.
He had an issue. His wife contacted me and said that he was having an issue. And so even though he said he was good to go,
well, he was like, I'm good to go. We're like, no, dude, no. You were not.
I want to make sure he was healthy.
You're a friend, and we don't want you to have issues on air or anything like that,
So I'm glad he's doing a lot better right now. And Star, I would love to talk to you about that a little bit more as well. Dizzy's
freaking rad. I love Dizzy. He's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so let's jump into this, guys.
These are I got this for the notes. For the not the notes. I'm sorry. I got this for some of his quotes and everything like that. We can go through this, but we do got to cite the website. Or if you want to go through our normal notes and stuff like that.
Well, we don't have normal notes.
You do. I brought them up.
No, you didn't. Where?
Under Word.
There is no Word right here.
Microsoft. I don't know. Go into the Windows and bring up the. It's in there.
We're on Medium.com, and this is mostly for like the quotes, like he just said. Yeah. So sorry for not being as organized. There we go. So
let's see if it glitches out like it did last time too. If not, we got that website.
So let's start with Charles, known as Carl Panzram, was born June 28th, 1891, and died September 5th, 1930. He was an American serial killer, pederast, rapist, child molester, arsonist, robber, and burglar.
I actually do think, I think it is pronounced pederast. No joke. Pederast sounds better, but I think it is pederast.
It is asked.
So,
but in prison,
and I'm only saying that because I thought it was a funny word, but it means really bad shit.
Excuse me. In Prison Confessions and in his autobiography, Panzram claimed to have committed 21 murders, most of which could not be corroborated.
Well, okay, here's the thing though. They were able to look up, because his murders and it was a security guard, not security guard. It was a CO in the last prison he was in who wrote his memoirs and stuff like that and took everything down. He's like Edmund Kemper. He actually didn't lie about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of it is pretty accurate, and they were able to. And I again, I'm taking this from last podcast on the left. Certain things like when he's over in Africa, because he travels the world. He does. He actually did. I'm sorry. He did travel the world. The one thing about Carl Panzram, I know I'm going to take my sweater off here in a second.
I don't really have them.
He actually lived. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it this way. He lived an interesting life. He did, but it was a life of hatred and murder. But he went all over the world.
For the record, a pederast is a pedophile.
Yeah, that's the old term for him.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely, always mad love to you too.
Yay.
Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! I don't even know why we have that lever. He was what we Latinos call baboso.
Baboso.
Yeah.
Pinche cabrón.
Or pendejo.
Pendejo. I don't understand.
Take it off. Take it. That wasn't towards me. That was towards you. Take it off. Take it off.
It gets views when your boobs are out. I'm sorry. It does.
Yeah, I can't really take it off.
Hold on. Let's set the lighting here. We can get the Con Texas lighting going on here.
Hello, Facebook user.
Oh, Facebook user.
Why do I feel like this?
No, this is I set it up for Eaton.
Hold on. Why do I feel like this is Carl?
No, it's an Eaton. Unless he's an Eaton.
I know. Why do I feel like this is Carl?
Fantastic. And yes, probably Carl. Guys, if you guys are in Eaton and you're viewing everything here, right below, because it's a private group. You got to go and you have to go and allow StreamYard to recognize you. Otherwise, you're always going to come up as Facebook user.
By the way, this is another one for
Sykes. Sorry,
this is another one in the Nightmare Clowns, guys. That's Nightmare Clowns with a K.
Sykes. When does your voting come up? Do you guys know yet? Because we got to get.
They haven't.
Okay.
Been chosen for it yet. What does the Starship Enterprise and what?
What is the Starship Enterprise and?
See, it's Carl.
It is Carl. Carl's in a horror group?
In our group.
Carl's in a toxic horror community group. He's in there.
The clouds. Okay, let's get this going.
We got to get in this. I'm sorry. I got to take this off.
Okay. So, as we said before, he was born June 28th, 1891, died September 5th, 1930. He was an American serial killer, pedophile, rapist, child molester, arsonist, a robber, and burglar. His prison confessions and autobiography, he claimed to have committed 21 murders, most of which could not be corroborated. He also claimed more than 1,000 acts of sodomy.
I actually believe that.
On boys and men. After a series of imprisonments and escapes, he was finally executed on September 5th, 1930, for the murder of a prison employee at Leavenworth Federal Prison.
Sorry, guys.
It's the voodoo.
It's the voodoo curse.
Why does it say I'm logging in from Frank Arthur Clevenger? Oh, because you posted it from that one.
Oh, yeah, you just got to go into it. That's all.
Cue the 80s porn music. I'm looking at it. It's the voodoo.
Guys, Frank Arthur Clevenger is my business page. So.
Yup. So, born into a large family in East Grand Forks, Minnesota, Panzram was the son of East Prussian immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Johann, known as John Gottlieb Panzram, and Mathilda Elizabeth, her maiden name was Baldwin. So Panzram, and her, married name was Panzram. He was raised on his family's farm, and he had 8 siblings. At a young age, he was forced to work on his parents' farm. During his early childhood, truancy laws came into effect, which forced the parents to send their children to school. Panzram's parents were not happy to be losing their children to school during the day and forced them to work the farms through the night. So Panzram later reported he would get 2 hours of sleep as a young child after working the fields, but before he would have to wake up for school. So punishment in the home ranged from being chained to starved. Panzram later said that he felt from a young age that he was not liked by other children. By the age of 5 and 6, he was a liar and a thief and claimed to become meaner the older he grew. Now, these are his words. Yeah.
What he did was he literally held on to his hate. And there was an incident in Oregon. Oregon was one of the worst prisons in the nation at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Had one of the worst prisons in the nations at the time. And they basically one of the times they tortured him, or they were going after him with a fire hose, which made his entire body black and blue. And well, I'm saying he ended up holding on to that. And years after that, anybody who said they were from Oregon, he would literally just manhandle them, everything like that. It didn't matter. Or he hated Oregonians because of it. Sorry.
We're only at him being like 8 years old.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I'm trying to stop you.
I have things in my head that I want to say.
Panzram was charged in juvenile court for being drunk and disorderly in 1899. In 1903, at the age of 11, he was arrested and jailed for being drunk and incorrigible, a term used when detaining youths. Oh, by the way, here we go. What does the Starship Enterprise and toilet paper have in common? They both circle your anus looking for Klingons.
That's funny.
It's no longer Uranus. It's called Urectum.
Rectum. Damn near killed him.
Good luck trying to get through this, Liz. You have a bunch of people in here who are going to make you laugh.
know,
Yeah.
right?
Me being the biggest one. Carl. He's like face palm.
I'm literally spamming everybody right now.
So. Okay, I got to take the hood off. Sorry, y'all. Here we go. In 1903, at the age of 11, Panzram stole some cake, apples, and a revolver from a neighbor's home. In October of 1903, his parents sent him to a Minnesota state training school, purportedly to a reform school. According to his autobiography, while there, he was repeatedly beaten, tortured, and raped by staff members in what attendees dubbed the paint shop. Children were said to leave these sessions painted with bruises and blood.
Yeah.
Panzram hated the school so much that he decided to burn it down.
Mm-hmm.
And he did so without detection on July 7th, 1905. Now, do you blame him? I don't blame him for that.
No, and this is the thing that they even brought up in like again, I'll say last podcast laugh that he's not 100% evil. He's not. He is quite literally
a product of
the environment, like that he was in the time, everything like that. He was basically the Joker from the Joker. Because it's literally he was just thrown into society at the time, and society just fucked him over big time. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin. Okay, so Star says, what does bounty paper towel and Viagra have in common? They're both the quicker picker upper.
Yes, very much so.
And now that I took the hood off, views went up on P13. Am I supposed to be like
all that filth?
The filth.
The filth.
All right. So in January of 1906, Panzram was paroled from Red Wing Training School. A school.
From Red Wing.
Red Wing Training School, where he had been detained after stealing money from his mother's pocketbook. By his teens, he had become an alcoholic.
Wait, I'm sorry. He stole money from his mother's pocketbook,
and mommy put him there. Yeah.
See how fucked up his family is?
Well, yeah, they were already making him work through the night after school because they were pissed that he had to go to school.
Well, this is like in the middle of the Industrial Revolution where everything is like just booming and all this other stuff, and kids, there's no labor laws against kids or anything like that, and so parents basically can do whatever they want, with the exception, I think we did bring it up, this is when they brought in the truancy laws and stuff like that.
Yes.
First time, so.
Yeah, and so they're like, well, shit, I guess we got to do this. So, by his teens, he had become an alcoholic. Now, mind you, at the age of, I believe it was 8, he already had gone to court for being drunk and disorderly at the age of 8.
Yeah.
And by 11, he was arrested and put in jail for being drunk and incorrigible. And now, as a teen, he's already become an alcoholic and was repeatedly in trouble with the authorities, often for theft and burglary.
Well, technically, he actually got into the alcohol game pretty late in life. Because usually at the time they started like 2, I think.
Okay.
Smoking.
That's called teething.
Smoking and playing pool, playing billiards.
Well, so at this point, again, he was reportedly in trouble with authorities. And they were often because of theft, burglary, that kind of thing. He ran away from home and became a hobo. That's literally what our notes say.
No, he did.
He became a hobo at the age of 14. And a couple weeks after his parole, 2 weeks after attempting to kill a Lutheran cleric with a revolver.
Sorry, go ahead.
Real fast. He went home after being paroled. Mm-hmm. He ran away and became, became homeless, but he did it on purpose. And this is only a couple weeks after he had been paroled for attempting to kill a cleric with the revolver that he stole from the neighbor with the cake and the apples.
He actually, what happened with the cleric too. He was able to stop it and then just send him home. That's what happened. Like that was the time though. They literally like, oh, you didn't kill me. Get your ass out of here. You're an embarrassment.
So he often traveled via train cars and later claimed to have been gang raped by a group of hobos on the train.
Yeah.
So this guy.
This is what set him to understand, to basically just be a really, really mean person.
It's kind of like the Charles Manson thing, where
it is.
In order to get by, he had to become what those people were.
It very much is that, because it was kill or could be killed at the time, especially with the life that he chose. He, being a hobo at the time meant basically using the train cars and stuff like that. There wasn't too many. This is right when vehicles. There was no cars or anything like that, or right when they started coming out, and only the rich had them. Excuse me. But basically, being a hobo at the time was him riding the train cars, riding the rails, and getting work along the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was just a vagrant or something like that, just living on the side of the road. He was actually working and doing stuff. He actually made some money. Initial
disturbance plus abuse equals crazy person. Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome. Great way to spell that name, by the way. Hobo Bubbo. It's Hobo Jojo, thank you.
Hubba Bubba? Hubba Bubba Bubblegum?
You said Hobo Bubbo.
I know,
It's Hobo Jojo.
It reminded me of Hubba Bubba Bubblegum.
F is for family?
Yeah.
Hobo Jojo.
Oh, yeah.
You fucking clown!
She's pregnant. Just get over here real fast. Sorry, I love F is for family.
Drunk and incorrigible. Frank?
Yeah. Me?
Okay. Calvin said, my father didn't go past the 3rd grade. He went to work.
Yeah,
that was common.
My dad literally, a teacher pissed him off his sophomore year. I don't know why I like
this story so much, though.
And said you weren't going to be anything. And my dad literally just left and went start working in the fields. And
it made something.
A lot of freaking money.
Well, I wasn't talking about money, but he made something of himself.
He made something of himself. It's just that generation. This was my dad was a boomer, but he wasn't. He was a farmer. I come from a long lineage of farmers and stuff like that. So, they work their asses off.
By the way, I now show us Carl on my screen, but not yours. Sorry.
I think honestly, okay, Carl,
just go over to P13.
Just go over to Psychomantium 13. But I think what happens here is when you guys want to come into our live feeds and we post it into like our private group Eaton and stuff like that, you have to, before the show starts, I think that's when you have to go in and let StreamYard know who you are. But
all right, so let's get into the early crimes. You know what? Let's go to the commercial. We're at that.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Commercial. We will be right back. We're going to go to a quick commercial and then we're going to continue.
This is Mikey from Out of the Ordinary, and you're watching PBDC TV.
When I'm listening to music and getting a little bit of time for some creepy research, I'm always representing with my PBDC merch. What a better way to have a cup of coffee in the morning.
Don't forget to check out our other cool merch at rootsbleedred.com. That's rootsbleedred.com.
This is Professor Edgar Fluffosaurus from Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat, and when I'm not hosting Monster Chat or knocking down small Japanese cities, I'm watching PBDC TV. Now back to the show.
Hey! It got hot, okay?
I'm sorry.
It got hot.
Kisa!
Okay, first off, I know this is Nadine,
This has to be Nadine.
and you're gonna rock it.
Veruca Salt's freaking awesome. I love Veruca Salt.
Kisa!
Kisa!
I hope you're feeling better. Well, I would assume you are. You took your dad out for his birthday. Happy birthday, Kisa Daddy.
Yay!
Yeah! Woo! Yeah, I got hot in here, so.
It's getting hot in you.
All right, so
Back to it.
where the fuck did we leave off?
Truly crimes. No, we read through some shit here.
No, we didn't. So, okay, Panzram claimed that after escaping from a Montana State reform school, along with an inmate named Jimmy Benson, both were involved in a string of burglaries, robberies, and arson throughout the Midwest until they split up. In 1907, at the age of 15, after getting drunk in a Montana saloon, Panzram enlisted in the United States Army. Shortly thereafter, he was convicted of larceny and served a prison sentence from April 20th, 1908 to 1910 in the United States Disciplinary Barracks at Fort Leavenworth.
Yeah.
U.S. Secretary of War William Howard Taft
This is where
approved the sentence.
Yeah, he and something we have to get into here. He held a grudge and he did get revenge on Taft. No joke.
Well, Panzram claimed that any goodness that was left in him was smashed out during his Leavenworth imprisonment.
It was brutal. And you gotta understand, I mean, prisons right now are not good at all, but prisons at that time are fucked up.
Prisons now are Club Med compared to that.
Yeah. They are not like they used to be.
Oh, I am so glad.
Yay.
I am glad. This shirt is funny.
It's your
shirt
for
shirt
showing stuff off.
I'm not showing anything. See?
So
I'm not showing anything.
You guys are just putting up filth on everything. How dare you? You shouldn't be putting that stuff up. You should just stop it and just
all the filth.
Stop creeping on me.
All right. So after his release and dishonorable discharge, Panzram resumed his career as a thief.
Well, yeah, that's part of the course. I mean, that's what they do. That's what serial killers do. They're always thieves. And they actually always start off with that. Burning stuff, animal mutilation, and thievery.
Damn you, voodoo!
It's that damn voodoo curse.
Come on.
Oh, when we're done, we gotta actually ask about that. How the voodoo curse has been
treated. A little puppet.
It's a puppet.
We love you too.
Yay.
So he resumed his career as a thief, stealing items that ranged from bicycles to yachts.
Yeah, actually, no. He made it to Africa and Europe on his yacht and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Well, he was caught in prison multiple times, and he served time under his own name and also aliases.
Mm-hmm. I think he had like 20 different aliases.
So, ready? He served time in
Fresno.
Served time in Fresno, California, Rusk, Texas, the Dales, I mean, in Oregon, Harrison, Idaho, Butte, Montana, Montana State Prison, Oregon State Penitentiary, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Sing Sing Correctional Facility, Clinton Correctional Facility.
Oh,
and Washington, D.C. Wow.
Didn't we bring that up last week or something like that?
Yeah, because Son of Sam was in there.
Yeah, Natalie was like, we're all like, Labby, no!
Can't. I told my dad about that and he started laughing. and Washington, D.C.
Here's the thing.
While incarcerated, Panzram frequently attacked officers and refused to follow the orders.
He just did not give a fuck. Like, he literally would go into... I'm spitting everywhere. I'm sorry, guys. He would literally go into these prisons and he could manipulate riots to start happening.
Well, in return, the officers actually retaliated.
Mm-hmm.
And they would subject him to beatings and so many other punishments.
And every time he got beaten,
he just
punished,
held it.
He held it in and got more meaner and got more aggressive. It
more
did
meaner?
not... More meaner. But no, it didn't work to stop him. Like, if you beat him, if you're a CEO and you beat him and stuff like that, or you and your CEO buddies did, he might have to heal up in a couple days, but in 3 days, he was going to be causing major, major mayhem.
He was going to fuck you up.
Yeah, and it wasn't like fucking you up. Like, he knew he couldn't exactly fight the COs, but he knew that he could keep them up all night long. He could incite other prisoners. He was very intelligent, very, very well written too. He was able to like just manipulate these prisoners into like riots and stuff like that. Every single prison he went to, and every single prison he went to, on top of that, he could back up his words. He was a real badass. Like, no joke, absolute real badass.
Keisa said, wow, he's been everywhere, man. And my brain's all, I've been everywhere, man. Across the Rio Grande, man.
I like this because Anton Evil Goat's like...
Oh, by the way, if you ever get the chance, look up Anton Evil Goat.
Yeah. Yup.
He's awesome. Mermeaner.
Now I gotta go listen to Metal
Yeah.
Octopus when we're done here. God damn it.
You mean Death Clock?
It always comes up as Metal Octopus prison or like something Death Clock.
So in his autobiography,
Sorry.
This is why we need to switch sides.
We had fans saying that I should just start burping out loud.
That was one, and she was joking.
Look, rule of three.
Okay, anyway.
It was 20 of them.
Anyway, in his autobiography, Panzram wrote that he was rage personified and that he would often rape men whom he robbed. He was noted for his large stature and great physical strength due to years of hard labor at Leavenworth and other prisons.
One of the things
which aided him in overpowering most men that he encountered.
One of the things they did at Leavenworth, I think it was Leavenworth, was the ball and chain.
Yeah.
They actually really did that. That's actually real. And all it did was a workout for him. He was only like, okay, I'm 6'1". He was only like 5'9" or 6 foot. But literally, like, his personality, everything like that, like, filled the room whenever he came in, you know? So, so he's 6 foot. So he was 6 foot. But, man, that picture of him right there, God, he is just angry.
I'm going to show you this, actually, guys.
There is no picture of him with a smile. Not one. Is this the one? Oh, okay. So this is the one where it's they photoshopped him into his own hanging right here.
Yeah, this is him in front of
But yeah, we're gonna show you some. But he is a very angry person. There's I was listening to Creator.
Luckily, it's like blurred in the back, but yeah.
I was listening to Creator earlier, and one of the songs they have, "Violent Revolution," where the lyrics, the starting lyrics is, "Society has failed to tolerate me, so I will not tolerate society." That is literally this guy right here. He's like, "Fuck
song.
Society."
Right now, it's going to be in my head. Violent Revolution.
Yeah.
Okay, so he also engaged in vandalism and arson. By his own admission, one of the few times he did not engage in criminal activities was when he was employed as a strike breaker against union employees. On one occasion, he tried to sign aboard as a ship's steward on an army transport vessel, but was discharged when he reported to work intoxicated.
Yeah. Stuff like that would just enrage him too. He would come back and cause problems later on too.
Oh yeah.
But
who pissed in his cornflakes, right?
Society did. Society did, and he is getting his revenge.
Damn, it's 14.
Where's Calvin? Where do you live?
Indiana.
That's right. Sorry.
And then it's 32 in Georgia.
It's
And it's like
I think it's 40 degrees here.
40 or 50 right now, but it's hot.
I just went out right. Yeah, it was. We have our heater on, and it's fucking blister in here. But I went out earlier, and it was like 40 degrees or something here in Bakersfield, California.
So
So
I would like to do another quote by him. So, right or wrong, I used to get plenty of abuse. Everybody thought it was all right to deceive me, lie to me, kick me around whenever they felt like it, and they felt like it pretty regular.
yeah, it's very true. That's where I keep saying he's very much a product of his time and product of his environment. He is one of the few people, one of the few serial killers who didn't. They think that he actually did have brain damage at an early age. So something was removed from his ear that caused an infection or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, he's he's probably the only serial killer that I can actually say, I do feel bad for him. What's his face? Kemper and
so are you talking about Dahmer too?
Dahmer, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so the part where where Frank was talking about having him beat with a fire hose, this was actually at Red Wing, Minnesota, where he escaped from.
Oh.
So it was a youth penitentiary. And his quote is, "They stripped us naked and chained us up to a door and then turned the fire hose on us until we were black and blue and half blind."
Supposedly, they aimed it at his crotch too, and
yeah, they would do that, and they would sexually abuse them.
But the fire hose was actually aimed, and it caused everything to swell up. And supposedly, from what he said in one of his letters or his stuff, it didn't. The swelling didn't go down. He had that pretty much for the rest of his life.
Oh.
Just
Scar
was
tissue.
able to constantly get it up.
So, another quote when he was talking about the extensive abuse. This is also George Mann, the manager at the Minnesota State Training School that he was sent to by his parents, abused him. So this is another quote, and this one's going to be a lot worse. Okay. "He examined my penis and my rectum. He asked me if I had ever committed fornication or sodomy, or had ever had sodomy committed on me, or if I had ever masturbated. He explained in detail and very thoroughly just what he meant by those things. That began my education. I have learned little more."
He wasn't actually not raped or anything by this guy. This guy was actually super religious, and he wanted to examine him.
Right.
He was molested.
I wasn't done with the quote.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Right there and then I began to learn about man's inhumanity towards men.
Yeah. He explored him to make sure he wasn't sodomized and all this other stuff. But yeah. Oh, we're going to show you the picture of the
So this is the school.
I don't think it's there anymore. That looks like a black and white picture they colorized and stuff.
This is the school that he was abused at the most, or yeah.
Where it started.
Where it really started.
The abuse went on throughout his life.
But this is where he was sent by his own parents.
Mm-hmm.
So it is 32 in Sweetwater, and it feels like 27. Ouch.
Oh, you got that wind, or what's it called?
The wind chill.
The wind chill there, wind chill factory.
I'm going to change my name to Mikey Panzram and write poetry and become a voodoo queen. Hey! Hoodoo. What? You do? Anyway, we're not going to get through this ever.
No, that's what Sundays are for. We can always do a part 2 on Sunday.
So, in August of 1920, Panzram burglarized William H. Taft's mansion in New Haven, Connecticut.
This was after he was not president anymore.
Yeah, it was the home of the former president. So Panzram believed Taft was responsible for his Leavenworth imprisonment, which he was. He stole a large amount of jewelry and bonds, as well as Taft's Colt M1 or M1911 and 45 caliber.
He used that gun to murder a lot of people too, and it was actually a common thing with him. He liked to steal.
I'm gonna guess Angie.
Hi. Could be.
Tell
Angie.
me if I'm right.
He would steal weapons from or pistols and stuff like that from authority figures, and then use them to murder people. That's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry. Taft, at the time, we have to understand too. You talk about ex-presidents right now who have Secret Service constantly guarding them, and even after they're out of office, everything they do is regulated. Even after they're out of office. At the time, though, this is prior to World War One. When a president was done, it was like when a governor was done with office. They just go home, and that's that.
By the way, I was right. It was Angie.
Yay!
Yay!
So that's how he was able to just go and break into Taft's house. Taft was one of the best presidents too. No
guys, maybe I'm the psychic.
Dun, dun, dun. Maybe it's your voodoo curse that you put on everybody. It's definitely Liz doing the voodoo curse.
Well, the good thing is it's benefiting people instead of hurting them. So I just put a happy curse on people.
Guys, don't ever, if you're going to do spellcraft or anything like that,
don't post it.
Don't post it on Facebook. Just do it. The best way to actually go after somebody is to go after them.
I tried to be nice, have fun.
I tried to be nice, but I pulled out my wizard bones.
Okay, so Panzram took off on a murder spree that spanned 8 years and in multiple countries. With the stolen money from Taft, he bought a yacht called the Akista. He lured sailors away from New York City bars, got them drunk, raped them, shot them with Taft's pistol, then dumped their bodies near Execution Rocks Light in Long Island Sound.
So the crazy thing with this, when he did this, he would be on his yacht out in the water. After he murdered and did whatever he did to them, he would put them on like a raft, not the raft, but one of the not rescue boats. What are they called?
I don't know what you're saying now because I was.
No, he put them on the boat, like not a schooner. What are they called?
Lifeboat.
Huh?
Lifeboat.
Lifeboat. There you go. They would get on a lifeboat from the yacht, and then he would take him out about a few miles away from his yacht in the dark, dump the bodies, come back and find his yacht in the dark. He was actually an experienced sailor. It was just something that came natural to him.
Nadine came out of the Eaton areas. I need a back rub and a neck massage. Me too.
Girl,
I gotta pop it.
Look,
Kisa. There's one right here.
Kisa, get yourself a ticket out to California.
Stop.
I'm kidding. We'll make dinner for you. I'm kidding, Kisa. I'm messing around.
So the sailor murders ended only after the Akista ran aground and sank near Atlantic City, during which his last two potential victims escaped to parts unknown. With Anthony Bourdain?
Oh. What? Did he get suicided with Anthony Bourdain?
So on October 26, 1920, I miss Anthony Bourdain. I liked him.
Bourdain. Even his...
That's awesome.
Oh, that's rad.
Nadine's friends band is called Panzram, and it's a hardcore band.
Well, Nadine's in New York, and a lot of stuff he did was in New York. So
sorry, on October 26, 1920, Panzram, using the pseudonym of John O'Leary, was arrested in Stamford, Connecticut for burglary and possession of a loaded handgun. In 1921, he served 6 months in jail in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Panzram caught a ship to southern Africa and landed in Luanda, the capital of colonial Portuguese Angola. In 1921, Panzram was foreman of an oil rig in Angola. He later burned it down out of what he said was spite.
It was.
He later claimed that while in Angola, he raped and killed a boy estimated to be about 11.
They don't have anything to verify this, but they have. They did find the records on. By the way, it was Sinclair. The Sinclair Oil Company, whatever it is. What's it called?
BP.
Is it BP that owns Sinclair?
I don't know. I would change my name too after the spill.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Well, no, but Sinclair. They have them here.
I think it's hilarious.
They have
because they had the
brontosaurus.
dinosaur,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh,
but it was Sinclair.
that's what happened to them at the end of the.
It became food for our cars. It was Sinclair. They had the records from Sinclair. They were actually able to prove that they did the day or around the time that he had a fire and stuff like that.
I was trying to fix something. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're throwing me off. Around that time, they were able to match up records and say, he did this. And a lot of records with the property damage that he did matches up. So they're actually assuming a lot of the murders and rapes he did that he couldn't verify, he actually really did do.
Oh, yeah. So, wrong button. So, in his confession to the murder for the 11-year-old boy, he wrote, "His brains were coming out of his ears when I left him, and he will never be any deader."
That means he fractured his skull right here.
Mm-hmm. He also claimed that he hired a boat with 6 rowers, shot the rowers with a Luger pistol, and threw their bodies to the crocodiles.
Believe it.
After his return to the United States, Panzram asserted he raped and killed 2 small boys, beating one to death with a rock on July 18th, 1922 in Salem, Massachusetts, and strangled the other one later that year in New Haven. After his murder spree in Salem, Panzram worked as a night watchman in Yonkers, New York, north of Manhattan, at a Beco mill factory. He had sex with a 15-year-old boy named George Wallison. In Providence, he stole a yawl and sailed to New Haven, seeking victims to rob and rape, and boats to steal. In June of 1923, in New Rochelle, New York, he stole a yacht belonging to the police chief of New Rochelle. He picked up Wallison and promised him a job on the boat, but instead sodomized him again.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Would that be a scenario where it's kind of like the guy's fault now that he came back?
Fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice, shame on me.
I don't know.
He's 15. I'm sorry. I'm not
Not victim shaming.
I'm not victim shaming.
Squirrel!
It's funny.
Where?
He sodomized me once. I need a job, but
I really, really need that job.
Really need that job.
The bodies of chaos are coming for you. The bodies of chaos are coming for you.
Good morning. Well, shit.
Why does
They're coming back, Mrs. Grossman.
Why does Mr. Grossman sound like my nagging narcissist female voice?
I don't know.
You don't understand. Good morning. Oh, it does. Oh, I do that perfectly.
No.
Natalie, I think I could be Mrs. Grossman.
All right, so on June 27th, on the river near Kingston, New York, Panzram claimed to use a .38 caliber pistol from a stolen yacht to kill a man attempting to rob him on the yacht. So he stole a yacht. Somebody tried to come onto the yacht and rob him, and he killed him. Like, what? So
sorry.
Panzram then threw the body into the river.
Are you trying to steal my yacht, which I stole?
How dare you,
How
sir?
dare you? You're getting sodomized and shot in the head, and then I'm going to take you out the water and throw you out there.
Yep, basically. So, someone throw Mrs. Grossman into a black hole. Angie's on here! Yay! We can see her name! I'm all doing the...
You're about to...
It's the death clap.
Oh, I thought you were doing... You're about to... Titties about to pop out or something like that. We're about to get more views!
Instead of clapping, they do this.
What?
ASL.
Oh, I thought it was like some woke, like...
No, stop.
Whatever. You know, where it's just too aggressive to put our hands together.
Oh, stop it. So, on June 27th, the guy that he shot with the .38 caliber, who was trying to steal his stolen yacht, was thrown in the river. On June 28th, Panzram and Wallison, who, by the way, stayed with him after getting sodomized again, docked at Poughkeepsie.
I don't think they're using sodomized here as in rape. I think
they might be in a relationship. But he's just too young.
They're just getting some fuck session, and like he's all, I really need to work, and Carl's He's got a wiener, and I can actually work and get paid.
So Panzram stole $1,000 worth of fishnets.
$1,000 at that time, though, is actually a lot of money.
I'm picturing the tights. The fishnets tights.
Hey,
They're just walking around in heels.
He's all, you guys, I'm about to sodomize you guys, but how's my seams? Is everything upright on my legs? Guys, I'm the meanest guy in the world, and I'm wearing fishnets, and I'm about to have sex with
I'm a
yous.
lumberjack, and it's okay.
I'm about to have sex with yous.
We're men, manly men in tights. Tights! We got problems.
I'm on the east side. I'm on the west side.
This ain't exactly the Mississippi. I'm on the East Bank. I'm on the West Bank.
Did you say a Jew? No, I said a chew.
Oh!
Hey, Blinken. Did you say hey, Blinken? No, I said hey, Blinken.
You lost your arms in the war.
Oh,
but you
Master
grew
Roman.
some nice boobs. Okay. Let's stop this.
Lost your arms. In
So
the
he
battle.
stole $1,000 worth of fishnets.
Johns. I could quote that entire movie.
At Newburgh, New York. And
Newburgh, New York.
Wallison.
That implies there was an Oldberg. And
Well,
possibly if there was
Wallison,
a Goldberg.
Wallison, who is the kid, the 15-year-old kid that he keeps sodomizing, and he witnessed the murder the day before, so he jumped overboard and swam ashore and reported it to the police in Yonkers.
Why don't we just take away
that he had been sexually assaulted by Panzram,
bro?
But the alert went out for Captain John O'Leary because he wasn't going by Panzram.
Oh, because they didn't know him by Panzram.
Yeah.
So
on June 29th, John O'Leary was arrested in Nyack, New York.
It's just some dude like Dennis Leary. Exactly like him.
So
I'm an asshole.
On July 9th, Panzram tried to escape from jail. He later conned his lawyer into giving him ownership of a stolen boat in return for bail money. Panzram skipped bail. The boat was confiscated by by government agents.
Okay, so what happened here is Panzram didn't have any money. He just had the yacht that he stole. Well, what happened was he was able to get out of this get out of this sentence and like that because he got a good lawyer, and the lawyer said, "You don't have anything to pay me." He's like, "I got a yacht."
No. This was bail money.
It went further than that. It wasn't just bail money. It was actually he was able to hawk it for bail and to pay his lawyer, and then that's how much money that yacht was worth.
Yeah.
So what he did was he had the stolen yacht, right? The lawyer didn't know it was stolen. No one knew it was stolen because they hadn't registered yet. Excuse me. The lawyer got him off, like acquitted. And he raped these kids.
He got him off. Sorry, I'm not laughing at the kid rape. I'm laughing at the lawyer.
Panzram, the minute he's out, I think he spent a few more days in jail. When he's done, he leaves town. That's it. I think he leaves off. Where was he out here in Connecticut? Sorry.
He was in New York.
New York. He takes off to Connecticut. By the time, was it? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. By the time wherever he went, the lawyer found out, right? And the lawyer actually, he registered the boat. The boat came back stolen, and that's when they confiscated it. That's how freaking smart Panzram is.
Got a brain wavelength because you're all got him off. I'm all hit. All right. So on August 26th, O'Leary was arrested in Larchmont, New York, after breaking into a train depot. 3 days later, on August 29th, O'Leary was cleared as a suspect in the stabbing death of Dorothy Kaufman in Greenburgh, New York, committed a month prior. He was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. While in county jail, he confessed to the alias Jeff Baldwin and that he was wanted in Oregon. In October, Panzram was imprisoned at Clinton Prison in Dannemora, New York. He was discharged in July of 1928, and he allegedly committed a murder in that summer in Baltimore, Maryland.
Now, what we just talked about here, there was a period of time where he was free for like 5 or 6 years. He got off on that whatever he did, and screwed his lawyer over with a stolen yacht that got taken away from his lawyer. He was able to do that, and then this stuff came up here, and he went right back to prison. There were some other shenanigans that happened here, but
I'm just going to let you guys know we're going over a little bit right now.
oh, son of a bitch!
We're just going to go a little bit
This
over.
is a fun one. We actually
Jeff Baldwin related to Baldwin, but maybe.
I mean,
Let's take a look at
maybe.
this picture again.
Is it?
Could they be a Baldwin?
Oh my god, he does look. Maybe it's our minds playing tricks on us, but
They don't. He doesn't.
I don't know.
I don't think he does, but.
All right.
All right. So on August 30th, 1928, Panzram was arrested in Baltimore for a Washington, D.C. burglary, stealing a radio and jewelry from the home of a dentist on August 20th. During his interrogation, he confessed to killing 3 young boys earlier that month, one in Salem, one in Connecticut, and a 14-year-old boy, a newsboy, in Philadelphia. Panzram later wrote that he had contemplated mass murders and other acts of mayhem, such as poisoning a city's water supply with arsenic or scuttling a British warship in the New York harbor to provoke a war between the United States and Britain.
So one of the things I did want to bring up, because we didn't bring it up earlier, when Panzram was actually killing boys, I don't think he really so much sexually assaulted them or whatever he did with them. He would just, some of them he did, but a couple of them he just murdered them because he just had rage in his heart and just did it right there in the moment.
I'm trying to find a quote here.
Yep.
Oh, so talking about when he stole the yacht, I'm kind of going back a little bit. We would whine, or this is, let me see, hold on. This is when he dumped the bodies near Execution Rocks Light. So we would wine and dine, and then they were drunk enough, or when they were drunk enough, they would go to bed. When they were asleep, I would get my Colt 45 automatic that I stole from Mr. Taft's home and blow their brains out.
I want to say there was actually a few sailors on the ship at a time, or the yacht at the time. And that's when it wouldn't wake up the other sailors. He would just blow one of their brains out and take them out.
So here we go.
Back into it. Almost done.
Okay, I'm actually going to read a quote before I do this. His quote: "In my lifetime, I have murdered 21 human beings. I have committed thousands of burglaries, robberies, larcenies, arson, and last but not least, I have committed sodomy on more than 1,000 male human beings. For all these things, I am not in the least bit sorry."
Can we? Well, let's.
There's not much left.
No, I'm saying. So you have someone like the Green River Killer. What's his name again? Gary Ridgway, who literally just basically just didn't care in any way, shape, or form. I think in that statement there, the fact that he was able to keep count, knew what he did. There was a piece of him that knew he was committing. He knew he's wrong.
Oh, he knew he was wrong. He didn't care.
He didn't care, but he knew he was wrong. And I want to say there's got to be a smidgen of remorse.
I don't think there was. I think it was just like a scorecard.
I don't think he was ever going to say what he did. So sorry.
In light of his extensive criminal record, Panzram was sentenced to 25 years to life. Upon arriving at Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary, identified as inmate 31614, he warned the warden, "I'll kill the first man that bothers me."
Mm-hmm.
He was assigned to work in the prison laundry room, where the foreman, Robert Warnk, was known to bully and harass other prisoners under him. Warnk soon antagonized Panzram, despite the latter repeatedly warning him to back off.
Panzram hated bullies.
June 20th, 1929, Panzram made good on his threats and beat him to death with an iron bar. He was convicted and sentenced to death.
This is one of those times where we're at now, when you're in prison,
Mm-hmm.
the COs know your history. They know who you are and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. They did it on purpose.
At this time, this is where it was like they needed to show the COs, this guy has a history of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bully him, because he will fucking murder you.
So he was convicted and sentenced to death. He refused to allow any appeals for his sentence. In response to offers from death penalty opponents and human rights activists to intervene, he wrote what I actually quoted earlier, which is, "The only thanks you and your kind will ever get from me for your efforts on my behalf is that I wish you all had one neck and that I had my hands on it." While on death row, Panzram was befriended by an officer named Henry Philip Lesser, who would give him money and buy cigarettes. Panzram was so astonished by this act of kindness that after Lesser provided him with writing materials, Panzram wrote a detailed summary of his crimes and nihilistic philosophy while awaiting execution. Panzram explicitly denied repenting for any of his actions, including the robberies, murders, rapes, arsons, any of that he committed. It began with a straightforward statement. "In my lifetime, I have murdered 21 human beings. I have committed thousands of burglaries, robberies, larcenies, arsons, and last but not least, I have committed sodomy on more than 1,000 male human beings. For all these things, I am not the least bit sorry."
He wasn't.
Panzram was officially hanged on September 5th, 1930, as officers attempted to place a customary black hood over his head. He allegedly spat in the executioner's face. When asked for any last words, he said, "Yes, hurry it up, you hoser bastard. I could kill a dozen men while you're screwing around." He was buried in Leavenworth Penitentiary Cemetery, where his grave is marked with only his number, 31614.
So it's still there to this day.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say he lived an interesting life is this right here. He was not chained to any societal rules or laws or whatever not. He did not give one damn about it. He would travel freely whenever he wanted to, and he would take what he wanted. I'm not saying he was a good person, but he was definitely a product of his
the ultimate
environment.
Anarchist.
He was definitely an anarchist.
So in 1938, Carl Menninger wrote Man Against Himself. He included material about Panzram referring to him as using the pen name of John Smith and identified him as prisoner number 31614. Former prison guard Henry Lesser preserved Panzram's letters and autobiographical manuscript. He spent the next 4 decades trying to have this material published, and in 1980, Lesser donated Panzram's materials to San Diego State University, where they are housed as Carl Panzram's papers in the Malcolm A. Love Library.
Yeah.
Writers Thomas E. Gaddis and Joe Long jointly co-wrote Killer, a Journal of Murder in 1970. They had consulted with Lesser, who let them draw from Panzram's manuscript for their work.
Now, like I said, they weren't able to collaborate or corroborate. How do you say that? Is it corroborate?
Corroborate.
Stuff in his journal or whatever they got out in the late 70s, early 80s. But they were able to look up records of things that happened. Like him saying that corresponded with it, and it was the vast majority of it matched up. He was not joking around or lying. He did what he did.
So this is his grave.
Oh, there's not even a number on it anymore.
That's it. That's his grave.
So they probably went by the marker and stuff like that, where they told it was.
There's probably a number there that we just can't see. It might be like over there.
Maybe.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for. Wow, hold on. Okay, we didn't have too many comments come through. Sorry about that, guys. But you know what? As I said last time, if you guys ever do get the chance, I have a friend right now who is fighting for her life against cancer. We have a GoFundMe up on our pages, Psychobuddy DC and Psychomantium 13. But I will also be selling bath bombs that go towards her, and I'll be selling bath bombs for.
There's also another thing we bring
thing,
up.
so.
I hate it. Just reminded me of it. I hate to bounce off of that, but until the 24th, is it 24th?
Oh, okay. Now we get to good stuff.
Everything in our merch shop right now is at
psychobuddydc.com.
The video we play. I'll play it again here in a second. Everything is 20% off until the 24th. 3 more days, guys. 3 more days. So the Voodoo Curse, there's cups, there's shirts,
Thank you.
there's everything. Everything is 20% off. Everything Roots Bleed Red, all that stuff.
And thank
So,
you.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're gonna do one more thing here. We don't have it by itself.
I don't have it by itself.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Go ahead and go to psychobunnydc.com, psychomantium13.com. Check out all of our new merch.
20%
We have
off
we got 20% off right now when
until
you
the
use
24th.
What was the code again?
Oh, it's on my Facebook page. Oh shit. It's right there. Go. Just click on it. Okay, we're on my Facebook. Okay, there's my pictures. Go back to that. Natalie tagged me in it.
What are
bring that stuff.
guys, we're really unorganized tonight. I'm sorry.
Scroll down.
It is PBDC TV. Duh.
There you go. PBDC TV is the code.
PBDC TV is the code. Make sure to go use it.
Yep.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Yeah, damn Voodoo Curse.
We turned it into a good marketing scheme, not gonna lie. That's
All
why you
right.
don't project what you're doing, because I'm gonna turn around and sell stuff with it. Natalie's gonna sell stuff with it. You're gonna sell stuff with it. Mikey's gonna sell stuff with it, because that's what we do.
Have a good night. Oh, I guess I should mention I've kind of let the cat out of the bag. We're going to be selling Psycho Bunny themed bath bombs, by the way.
Yeah. From all your favorite characters.
From all your favorite characters and shows.
Mhm.
And they are hand-picked scents from all of your favorite characters.
Oh shit! Can we say who's coming on tomorrow night or no?
I don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
We might have a fun show tomorrow night.
There's something going on tomorrow night, guys.
Make sure to tune in.
Make sure to pay attention to pages, and we'll let you know.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
This is Mr. Applewhite speaking. There is nothing wrong with your device. Join me here on Psycho Bunny DC. A delightfully dreadful consternation of horror content